Welcome to the channel. In today I'm going to discuss about the synchronous features that Spring provides to run the parallel services so that the turnaround time can be reduced drastically. So let's take an example. I have a problem where the request comes in and the service handler over here has to handle three invocations of services. These are external services, may not be internal services, so assume that it is external integrated services, and the service handler calls them sequentially. So here the service 1 is called, then service 2, then service 3, assuming that each service consumes 5 time units, so overall it exceeds 15. So how to reduce it, the time consumed with asynchronous feature provided by Spring Framework? So let's see in code. Alright, so here I have an applications where I have an application which executes the application. I have a service which integrates with the API GitHub to invoke some service, and I am making it sleep for 5 milliseconds, so for 5 seconds, so that we can actually read the data accurately, like how much percentage the time is improved. So it's assuming that it is in a real-time scenario, right? So basically, I have a test asynchronous which is calling the services, which is declared in the asynchronous service. Alright, and here I am logging the time consumed. So let's get in action. Let's run this without asynchronous first. So let's remove this at enable async and asynchronous. Okay, right now we are not using asynchronous feature of Spring, so let's see how much time it consumes. Yeah, initially it started running for the first service. Pivotal service is the first one. Now it completed for the first and started running for the second service, and third service started. So let's see the time consumed now. Alright, so it is 19 seconds. That is too good, too much, right? So basically, if you want to reduce the time in such scenarios, let's note it down as 19 seconds here. Alright, so it consumes for 19, and let's take the readings for the next with the asynchronous process. Alright, so let's go into the code and make it asynchronous here. So to make it async, we need to add enable async at the Spring Boot application, so that the entire application can use the async annotation to make them async. So here in the service, since this is the service which I want to make it asynchronous, so let's make it asynchronous here. So now all the three services can run parallelly, and we can save some time, service time. So let's see in action. Alright, so let's run this now. So you can see that all the three services should start invoking at the same time, right? So let's wait for the service to be invoked. So it's still the application is starting up right now, and so you can see that right now all the services 1 2 3 threads started parallelly instead of sequentially, right? So in this scenario, if the services are not dependent on each other, so they just see, earlier it was 19 seconds and now it is 10. So we can also change the number of threads to use. Right now I am using only 3 services, right? So 3 threads is sufficient. So for example, if you want to use only 2 services, you can set the number of threads that should be used to 2, and basically it would be quite more than what we have reading right now. So from the readings you can see that if sequential it took 19 seconds, and for 3 asynchronous process basically it took 10 seconds. That is 50% improvement in the performance. That's superb, right? So that is all for us today. So let's see, like for 2 threads, how much it is consuming, and if you have any questions, please drop your questions so we can discuss on your issues which you encounter and how you want to improve your application performance. All right. Okay, now the 3 threads are being served and the elapsed time is 15 seconds. So okay, it's better but not too good.